the Oscars aren't something I give too much importance to. They are not something I take too seriously. But I would be lying if I said that I did not enjoy watching them. It encourages discourse about movies, not just among cinephiles, but regular folk. And in this video, I will just be sharing my thoughts on the nominations, as well as some predictions for what I think might win. I will not be going over every category, it's just a video about me sharing some of my thoughts. I'm happy to see Nosferatu in the cinematography section. Especially due to its release date being later in the year, I was worried that the film would not get enough attention from the Academy. But I am very glad that such a beautiful looking film is getting the recognition it deserves. I don't know what the Wild Robot is doing in the sound category. I'm not saying it's a terrible choice, it's got good sound design, but it's an interestingly surprising pick to pick that film for sound. But I'm incredibly happy to see Dune Part 2 in this category as well. Though I would argue that it did not get enough nominations than it deserves, I'm glad to see it in this specific category because it has some of the best sound design of that year. I still remember the visceral feeling of watching and especially listening to Dune Part 2 in IMAX. It was pure bliss. And speaking about some of my favorite films of last year, I am very glad to see Dune and Nosferatu for production design. Both films truly excelled in that department in my opinion. Also glad to see Nosferatu for costume design. It's got some excellent period piece costumes that really immerse you into the time period the film is set in. As for makeup and hairstyling, it's not surprising to see A Different Man, The Substance, and Nosferatu in this category. Not to say they're bad picks by any measure, I personally think The Substance is going to win this award, primarily because it's got the most showy makeup and hairstyling, as the Academy tends to always award the film that is the most in what it does. The animated feature film category is highly predictable. As for what's going to win, it's a tough pick between The Wild Robot and Flow. I'm leaning just a bit towards Flow, considering that won the Golden Globe as well, but we'll see. I won't be surprised if The Wild Robot also wins though. For Best International Feature, I have only seen The Seed of the Sacred Fig, which is just an excellent film by the way, and I'd be happy to see it win personally. But I was very surprised to see Flow here, as it's very rare to see an animated film for a primarily live action category. And as surprised I was to see Flow, I was just as disappointed not to see one of my favorite films of last year, All We Imagine As Light, in this list. The Film Federation of India and its absolutely idiotic members filled with nothing but men really failed us by not supporting this film. For adapted screenplay, it's a huge disappointment not to see Dune Part 2. I do not know if it's because it's part of a grander narrative and isn't the entire story or something, but it genuinely has one of the best screenplays of the year in my opinion, and it's a damn shame that it did not get nominated. This similarly applies for the Best Director category, where the picks are full of strong filmmakers, but it's a real shame not to include Villeneuve. It's his uncompromising vision that brought the Dune world to life, and I really think he should have been at least nominated, if not win. And I'm glad to see Coralie for The Substance here, because otherwise the list is filled with nothing but men. Though there is a chance that she is there just for a diversity ticket, I am more inclined to believe that she is there for her genuine talent and impressive filmmaking prowess. Despite all that, I personally think that Sean Baker is going to bag the award for this category. For supporting actor, I think Kieran Culkin is going to take that trophy home, and honestly, I wouldn't even be mad because I absolutely adored his performance in A Real Pain. For supporting actress, I am surprised to see Felicity Jones make it in here, because though I haven't seen The Brutalist yet, it's coming in theatres in February in my country and I genuinely cannot wait to see it in theatres. I've heard that she doesn't make it until very later in the film, and considering its very lengthy runtime, it's possible that she wouldn't have been nominated because a lot of awards voters apparently did not even watch the entire film precisely because of how long it was, which is just bafflingly stupid because that's your fucking job. Either way, I'm predicting Zoe Saldana will take home this award just because of how much love Emilia Perez is getting from the Academy. I will not be surprised if I'm wrong though, because I'm not 100% confident about this prediction. As for Best Leading Actress, it's very obvious that it's Mikey Madison that will be taking home that award. I would be very shocked if she doesn't win, but then again, it's possible considering how shocked I was last year when I and a whole part of the world was damn sure that Lily Gladstone would be taking home that award, but Emma Stone won instead. But still, I'm locked in on Mikey Madison for this category. For lead actor, I am confident that it will be Adrian Brody for The Brutalist. I think my second solid pick would be Timmy for A Complete Unknown. There is a high chance that he wins as well, and as a fan of the guy, I would just be incredibly happy for him. But I personally think that Brody has just a tad bit higher shot. We'll see. And now we arrive at Best Picture, a category filled with mostly strong picks. I'm just very happy to see Dune Part 2 make it to this category, honestly, because I wouldn't have been surprised if it got nominated for just the technical awards. But I'm happy to see it get recognition as a Best Picture contender. It's also nice to see Nickel Boys in here. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard nothing but positive word of mouth about it. And considering how little nominations it got for the rest of the categories, it's nice to see it here for Best Picture. However, I think Anora is going to take home the award. There is a very, very, very small chance that The Brutalist takes it, and literally any other pick would honestly be a very surprising choice, but I am pretty sure that Anora is winning Best Picture. And now, after having gotten through most of the categories that I have an opinion on, I would just like to end this video on an issue that I have taken with the Academy. Not that they care, but still. Why the fuck has Challengers not been nominated for anything? Nothing! Not one nomination. It's really truly baffling to not nominate this film for anything. Listen, a lot of my favorite films of last year did not get nominated for anything. Kinds of Kindness, Furiosa, Civil War, and a lot more, for example. But I'm not mad because I never expected those films to get nominated for anything, as they barely got any awards attention. But Challengers was getting awards attention, and it is, in my humble opinion, the best movie of last year. And it is absolutely criminal that it wasn't nominated for a single award. See, I wasn't expecting it to get nominated for any of the actor awards. Fine, not surprising. But it should have been nominated for Best Editing, as it has some of the best editing that I've seen last year. Best Original Score, as I believe it should have not just been nominated, but won this award. I love the Dune 2 score just as much, but that couldn't be nominated for some bullshit reasons. Best Original Song for Compress Repress is an absolute banger of a song that also should have won. Best Screenplay. The screenwriter did a lot of promotion for this movie, so I really expected it to get nominated. Best Picture, for it is easily the best movie of last year that I have personally seen. And man, is it a crime to not nominate Luca Guadagnino for Best Director. It was just infuriating to me that this movie got absolutely nothing. But despite everything, I will be there no matter what, waking up early in the morning, bunking my class for that day to watch the Oscars live, because this is all part of the experience. Being excited to see your favorites get nominated, getting enraged to see them not get nominated, having your own theories and predictions and waiting to see if you will get them right. It's all part of the fun, and I cannot wait for it. Plus, my favorite talk show host, Conan O'Brien, will be hosting the ceremony, meaning the Oscars will actually be funny for once. So that's a bonus. Either way, I cannot wait to see what will win and what will get snubbed, which one of my predictions will be correct and which ones I'll get wrong. Do let me know in the comments what you think of my thoughts, what you are excited to see, what you are angry about, your picks and predictions, and I would love to discuss them with you. Thank you so much for watching the video, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.